How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here with some Pokemon Go PvP action. This time we have another Sinister Cup battle, this time against Nexusillya, who, we've become pretty good friends, over, PoGoKieng's server, and he also has a YouTube channel of his own, so I'll link his, channel in the description below, if you want to go check him out. I'm using the same team as before, for Sinister Cup that I ran, in the previous upload. Meanwhile, he is running a team of Alolan Marowak, Dusclops, Drifblim, Steelix, Cresselia, and Poliwrath, which is a little bit identical to mine. He's running a Drifblim, while I'm running a Medicham on mine. So, anyways, here's the match. We both lead off with Poliwrath, and I'm just trying to get some power-up punches off on this thing. I get a couple before he throws off a dynamic punch on me. I end up shielding this one because I remember in the back against the match from my locals that my opponent's Poliwrath in the first round was running dynamic punch. So I end up shielding that one. And I shield the first, don't shield the second, because I felt like I needed to preserve my shields for whatever he might have lying in the back. But I'm just smashing power-up punch here and there. But looking back, I think I might want to run dynamic punch on my Poliwrath from here on. Power-up punch just doesn't really have the umph that it initially had, which kind of shifted things on its head, and yeah, not much you can do about that. But he ends up shielding that power-up punch and ends up taking me out with a nice punch of his. And here, I'm just going to be going out into Steelix, because it's probably the best thing I have for whatever he has in the back. Turns out to be an Alolan Marowak, and I'm just going to try to get off a crunch on this thing. And then try to get out as fast as I can and preserve my Steelix. But as I try to get out, it doesn't really let me, and I'm forced to kind of sort of burn a shield here, which definitely will suck in terms of me having my Steelix have some energy here and there. But pretty much, yeah, actually, it doesn't look like I could have done much with that. But there, I get a little bit aggressive and try to take out the Marowak, but end up going for Bone Club as he pulls out the switch into Drifblim, but he had his shield, and yeah, there wasn't really much I could have done this match, so it's just going to be looking like I'm just going to get mollywopped with a 2-0 loss here. Would have been nice to have Poliwrath around, but I guess movesets and whatnot just kind of hurt me in the Poliwrath duo. He ended up winning that one, and I think that's what initially cost me that first match. But on to the second match. I decide to run with the Dusclops lead with Cresselia and Steelix in the back, because I have a little bit more of a feel that Dusclops can, or have a little bit more of a feel for his team. Dusclops can probably do some damage here and there. And look at me just scrolling through my Sinister Cup mon, just scrolling through all my PvP mons. And, yeah. But, anyways, after a little bit of decision making here and there, I lead with Dusclops, he leads with Steelix. I'm very comfortable with this matchup because I can just get off a quick fire punch on this Steelix, but fortunately I do end up under tapping the fire punch as the Alolan Marowak comes in, so I'm able to sneak off a Shadow Punch on this thing. He was expecting me to go for Fire Punch, pretty much expecting me to click Fire Punch to nab the Steelix, but fortunately I end up under-tapping just enough, or missing the Fire Punch just enough to where I can get off some Shadow Punches on the Alolan Marowak, and at this point I'm just gonna farm the Alolan Marowak down and just get up as much energy as I possibly can, and just smack the Steelix with some Fire Punches. But he ends up bringing up said Steelix, gets up a crunch on me, and I just block that because I want to get off these Fire Punches, and I don't want this energy to go to waste that I farmed up on the Alolan Marowak. So just mashing and mashing Fire Punch left and right, just getting off as much damage as I can. And that under tap to catch the Alolan Marowak just really coming in handy in this set. And Dusclops just having a field day with this team. But unfortunately, I'm not able to get another Fire Punch off on the Steelix, and he is able to take me out with a Crunch. But I'm just going to be going out into my own Steelix, because I can just nab this thing with whatever energy he has left. And he ends up switching into Poliwrath, preserving the Steelix, and pretty much a shield from there. But after the shield on the Earthquake, I'm able to go out into my Cresselia, and I pretty much have the game on lock at this point. I can just farm down the Poliwrath with Confusion, and just nab it with a Moonblast upcoming. Yeah, Crest is just not going to care with whatever hit this Poliwrath has to hit me with. Cresselia is just a very bulky Pokemon, and I wanted to run it in my Sinister Cup team as my Confusion user. And honestly, kind of happy that I did, although in the locals didn't do too much, but Crest did what it did, and there we had a little bit of lag, and it pretty much results in the Steelix getting off a Crunch on me, I think. Oh wait, it's an Earthquake, my bad. But I'm still able to live the Earthquake, win that match 2-0, and we have a third and final deciding set, where I decided to go with a double ghost strategy of Dusclops, Alolan Marowak, and Cresselia. And it's in this match where I feel like I made a little bit of a misplay. But, I'm just wanted to, pull up the, explanation he had for that, when I get down to it and whatnot. But, anyways, final match is, coming as soon as my brain starts processing, if I'm set with this. And yeah, I know, Nexus is, a very good player. I think in Season 1 he ranked 912 or something. I can't remember that off the top of my head. So, he's a pretty good practice partner to have around. And here's the third game. So, we both have an Alolan Marowak lead. I had a match / scenario of this previously against J-Mills, and it's pretty much a chess game of who can burn the shields faster and who can have the Alolan Marowak standing first. But we're just farming down energy here and there, and here I kind of have to burn my second shield, because with the Bone Club that he went for earlier, I knew that he had enough for a Shadow Ball. So I'm pretty much down to no shields, unfortunately, and there I have to farm up a little bit of more extra energy to get or try to burn that Bone Club shield. Unfortunately, I didn't really burn up just enough, and here is where I feel like I made a very big mistake. I switched out into Dusclops to tank the Shadow Ball, where I probably should have switched out into Cress, knowing the rest of his lineup. And I just have Dusclops eat the dirt early, and Cress is just fodder at this, yeah, Dusclops just bit the dust unnecessarily. I could have used it for a Driftblim, I could have used it for Steelix, maybe Poliwrath, but I ended up pulling out the Cress, and yeah, that pretty much ended up hurting me a lot in this final match. If I had sacked Cress, then maybe Dusclops could have done some work against the Driftblim and an upcoming Steelix, but here I'm just going into my last, which is my Cress. Just farming down as much as I can, but I don't really have, I'm really in the back right now. Gets off a Shadow Ball on me, and he switches into his last, which is his Steelix, and well, it was unfortunate, but I think also there he probably could have used Steelix to farm down my Cress. I think that was his explanation. He would, yeah, I think his explanation was he could have farmed down the Cress and the rest of my team with Steelix, and well, I think it just, I think